What's up y'all, I'm Kid the Miraculous, and I'd say I'm pretty well versed when it comes to Miraculous, having watched it for many years. So yes, I'm very qualified to talk about this. I believe that Aglae is not, and probably cannot be Lila, or Cerise, whatever you call her now, she goes by many names. Anyways, let's not yap too long and let's hop right into the video. So we first see Aglae early on in the premiere episode of Season 6, Climatic Queen, and immediately she's shown to be very suspicious, which is actually a recurring pattern of behaviour whenever she appears on the show. And really enough, that's my first piece of evidence. Look, I don't want to give the same people who wrote Chloe Bourgeois' character too much credit, but surely they aren't that stupid, right? Well, I hope so, which admittedly isn't much, but you get the gist. The same happens in Dark Castle with the whole implication of Lila's presence at Alex's birthday party, but there's no need to go too deep into it because it's pretty much the same stuff. There's a lot of stuff that does stack up against her, like the colour palette of her character, the weird out of nowhere entry she made into the show, and a lot of other stuff that people have brought up, but I just think is a bit of a stretch. For starters, I'm going to bring up the obvious points already given by other people, like, the height difference of the characters. Lila has historically been shown to be significantly taller than Marinette, has a different face structure to Lila, and a different skin tone. But I'm our own leading theory as to who Lila actually is in disguise, and I do hope you hear me out. I do think that Lila has acclimatized herself to spy on Marinette, as some people have suggested, but not into Aglae, because that wouldn't make sense seeing as Chrysalis was active during Reckless Driver when Aglae was captured. So I'm getting my tinfoil hat on to suggest that perhaps we're seeing a new form of chameleon. Let me explain a bit more before I continue. I have mustered out the possibility that maybe Lila has found a way, whether that be acclimatization or something else entirely, to completely change form exactly like Chameleon in Season 3, who, as you know, is Lila. My assumption is that this new identity of Lila is actually multiple identities thanks to these self-granted powers, and her changing her appearance into somebody else every single time that she's spying would easily get any potential heat off her back. If she stuck to one identity, there would always be suspicion on her in some way. But hey! That's just a theory, a miraculous theory. If you'd like to see more content from me, I have released one other video alongside this one and plan to release more in the coming days, so feel free to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future uploads, and I'll see you next time.